Progressive Skills in English.
Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Theme 2. Today we're going to be starting with our first vocabulary box and we're going to read it together right now. First one we have is act on impulse, activity, emotional, energy, excitement, friendly, hostile, interact, optimistic, and trust. So now you're going to be seeing a figure in front of you. It's basically going to be explaining the basic traits of extroverts. And extroverts is one of the basic personalities that we have. So now we're going to have an exercise where we're going to be filling the blanks. Now let's read it together. What are extroverts? Extroverts are one of the basic personality types identified by Carl Jung. Extroverts need to talk to people. They talk
a lot.
They get their energy from
People.
They can be friendly or hostile. Friendly extroverts are
Sociable.
They want to interact with.
People.
Aggressive extroverts are cold. They do not trust other
People.
Extroverts like.
They like activities.
They want to be with.
People.
They like people and they talk.
To them openly. They talk a lot.
They have.
Many friends.
Extroverts need activity all the time. They also need.
Excitement.
They like exciting rides in adventure parks and like.
Doing exciting sports, for example.
They do not like.
Reading, for example.
Extroverts are optimistic about the future. They are emotional. In other words, they
show their feelings.
They act on impulse and.
They lose their tempers easily.
Extroverts do not like studying alone. They learn quickly, but.
They forget a lot.
Extroverts often become actors or.
Managers.
Sometimes extroverts become.
Criminals.
Thank you very much.
Now let's go to our pronunciation check for this episode. And it's gonna be about the A sound, the long one that we talked about in the previous episode and in an earlier part of this theme. Okay? It's spelling the A sound. For example, in the word father, you spell it as an A. In pass, you spell it as an A. We also have last, answer. Okay? After that, we have article, mark, hard. We can have more examples like hard, part. Okay? All what I need from you is to give me more and more examples related to the A sound. Thank you.
Now we will be having our first skills check for this episode, which is going to be on gathering and recording information. You must gather information for an essay. So you can record information in a spidergram, like writing the topic of the essay in the center of the page, and write the subtopics around the topic. Add bullet points or extra branches to each subtopic. And now on the second skills check, it is on organizing information into paragraphs. Make one paragraph from the information for each subtopic. Sometimes you can combine 2 or 3 subtopics into one paragraph. Decide on the best order for the paragraphs. And now we're going to be moving on to this exercise where we're going to practice a new skill. You're going to be seeing this diagram in front of you and we're going to state the items of some personal statements.
In order to apply what you have just read, actually, the first step or the diagram shows what we call the brainstorming or the mind map. That we have here the topic of the essay in the center of the page and we have some subtopics around it. So our topic would be the personal statement and subtopics we will talk about, first of all, personal details. After that, background, like educational background, schools in the past. If you are still in the school, so school now and the courses that you are studying. After that, interests and hobbies. After that, maybe your part-time job if you have any. and then your future plans, and after that you will end by having a conclusion for your personal statement.
Thank you very much for that. And now moving on to a new vocabulary box we're going to be reading together. First one we have enthusiastic, personal statement, punishment, reward, sense of humor, sociable, topic, treat, and unfair. Now moving on to a new exercise, we're going to be describing people. We're going to complete each sentence below with the verb from the box in the correct form. You can use some verbs more than once. So now let's just read the box that we have. We have the words of the following: be, give, have, keep, like, make, treat, and want. Now let's begin with our sentences. Number 1, good teachers
Are interested in their subjects.
Number 2, they
are enthusiastic about teaching.
Number 3, they
treat the children as individuals.
Number 4,
They're excited about teaching.
Number 5, they
keep order in the classroom.
Number 6, they
make fun of children, or they don't make fun of children.
Number 7,
They give rewards to the right children.
Number 8,
They have a good sense of humor.
Number 9,
They like teaching.
Number 10.
They want to know more about the children.
And now moving on to another exercise on describing people. We're going to be studying the sentences about good teachers in exercise D, and we're going to write sentences about bad teachers. So for example, bad teachers are not interested in their subjects. We can join sentences with the same subject with and we can delete the subject of the second sentence. Like, extroverts are sociable, they love large groups. It's going to be, extroverts are sociable and love large groups, instead of extroverts are sociable and they love large groups. Another example would be, extroverts like people, they talk to them easily. Instead, it will be, extroverts like people and talk to them easily. And now moving on to our next activity, we will be producing sentences with and. We will find pairs of sentences below, join them, and delete the subject of the second sentence. So for the first one we have, bad teachers are sarcastic.
And make fun of children.
Second sentence we have, bad teachers are unfair.
Bad teachers are unfair and give punishments to the wrong children.
Third sentence, good teachers have a sense of humor.
Good teachers have a sense of humor and they make jokes and make jokes.
Okay. Fourth sentence, good teachers know the names of their students.
Good teachers know the names of their students and know personal facts about them.
Okay, and last one, good teachers like their subject.
Good teachers like their subject and are excited about teaching it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Now, in this episode, we learned a lot about how to write about personalities and how to write about behaviors. For example, the most exciting example in this episode was talking about good teachers and bad teachers. And I would like you to identify with your own teachers in the school, for example. As for mine, I used to remember that good teachers in my class were those people who were very much concerned about children. For example, they reward good children, they give them gifts, they treat them on a personal basis, they give them like different tasks to do, they send them in different trips, they make them leaders. These are good teachers. Bad teachers for me were the teachers who just go to the class, deliver the lesson, and then go home. There are no relationship between them and their children. So from these examples about bad teachers and good teachers. This can tell you a lot about behavior and personality, and this proves that personality and behavior are two faces for the same coin. Thank you.